For years, the government has had to deal with unscrupulous land dealers who have been looking to evict bona fide land occupants who have no certificate of occupancy. Last week on National Heroes Day, President Museveni directed the Lands Ministry to set up a system where Bibanja holders can pay annual rent or Busuulu to the government for onward payments to the titled landowners.
Mandatory, Kawandu is right, we can give land certificates for the Bibanja people who can do it.
Following the directive, the Lands Ministry has so far mapped out over 96,000 pieces of land and processed over 500 certificates of occupancy in districts of Mubende, Mitiana, Kiboga and Gomba. The mapped land so far belongs to a few landlords who are satisfied with the annual nominal ground rate or Busuulu of 50,000 shillings in cities, 40,000 shillings in municipalities, 30,000 shillings in town councils, 20,000 shillings and 5,000 shillings in rural areas as stipulated in the statutory instrument. Lands Minister Judith Nabakoba revealed that she contacted all district local governments requesting for proposals to revise and update the amount of rent in vain.
At times, landlords agree for Bibanja people to be mapped out, but when it comes to signing a consent for a certificate to be given, some landlords withdraw. And yet the law requires that that certificate must be given on consent of a landlord. So we are trying to engage the landlord that it's for their own benefit, to allow those people whose Bibanja have been mapped to acquire certificates of occupancy. One, it stops other encroachers, all people.
The amount of money to be paid in rent by the bona fide land occupants is now set in law and not in agreement between the landlord and Bibanja holders.
The Bibanja owner needs to have a recommendation letter from the area local authorities. We are doing this to discourage people who may want to take the account that has been created for granted.
The tenants can now pay this money to a ministry lands account registered as ground rent or Busuulu in the event that a landlord refuses to receive the cash in payment.
The tenant may apply to the Permanent Secretary Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development or any officer designated by the PS for approval to deposit the Busuulu in a newly created government bank account.
The program will work in such a way that the tenant approved to deposit the Busuulu into a bank account retains a copy of the deposit slip. On the other hand, the landlord whose money has been deposited into the government account can access their money following an application to the Lands Ministry Permanent Secretary. Nabakoba has noted that non-payment of Busuulu is the only reason for evicting any tenant.
Non-payment of Busuulu is the only reason for evicting tenants.
After obtaining cabinet approval, the minister revealed that government will roll out this operation countrywide. Juliet Naloga, NTV.